Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of the Final Fantasy Adventure. It's time for Draven to put the nuke spell to use. And head on into this ruin area where he's going to try to use the power of the rusty sword to bring back the dying tower, which was, I guess, the major tower, major stronghold of the Vandole Empire. The Vandole Empire was the empire that tried to abuse the mana tree previously and was defeated by the Gemma Knights, including Bogard. So, apparently we gotta reactivate that tower. That'll help get us to the mana tree somehow. So, first, we have to go through this small little dungeon. So, got a bunch of new enemies here. These things, they look like chicken robots, but apparently they're called one-eyed mages. They shoot lasers, which is pretty interesting because we're gonna have a new companion who will do something similar to that. We can get rid of a bunch of stuff here. We won't have to worry about selling it because we pretty much maxed out our money. The money maxes out at the 535, so it's like Dragon Quest with the experience. So I was getting rid of a bunch of equipment that, just clogged my inventory. So, get on in here. And then we're going to make a detour over to the left, because we just got that dragon shield. Now we're going to get a dragon sword, which is the second strongest sword in the game, and only eclipsed in power by the Excalibur sword, which is the ultimate sword, the one that we've been trying to recover. So all it did was lead us to the rusty sword. So there is some connection between the rusty sword and Excalibur, but we won't learn that entire connection until the next dungeon, which we'll be able to get to in this episode, and actually be able to complete, because, like I said, this dungeon is very, very short. So the episode will be, one of the longer ones, but we'll get quite a few things done here, so, which is good, because Draven needs to get a lot done, because Badger's waiting for him. She's been kidnapped for quite some time, and we need to rescue her before we save the world, because she's the key to helping save the world. Remember, we were told the Gemma Knight and the Mana Tree children need to be together to save the world. So, and we're just the Gemma Knight right here. We gotta get Badger. So, first, like I said, we're gonna finish this dungeon up here real quick. Everything pretty much falls to the nuke spell, yeah, feel free to just use your nuke spell often. I've been saving though, if you do use the nuke spell though, before you get to the boss, you'll probably want to heal your magic points up, because it's going to be really important to have enough magic points to use the cure spell when you get to the boss. So, the boss isn't that bad, but it's just that the boss's room is terrible for fighting. And it reminds me of the Moth in Zelda 3, A Link to the Past, in the Dark World, the third dungeon. You fight the Moth, and he has all those traps on the side. So this room is going to be outlined by those ninja stars that hit you. So, yep. Before we step through those ninja stars, make sure we heal ourselves up. And the biggest problem with this ant here is he can push you back when he hits you, and pushes you into the stars. So it's kind of like with the last the undersea volcano, where I was really worried that an enemy might hit me into the lava, and then you'll take damage twice. You'll take the damage from the contact with the ant, and then you'll take damage from when he bumps you into the stars. So I'm gonna have the cure spell ready for that. I'm just going with the dragon sword here. If you kept the flame chain, which I just got rid of, that's a good weapon to use against this guy, because it has long distance. Maybe if you want, you can stay at the bottom of the screen and use the distance of the flame chain to hit him. Because most of the time he's going to stay up at the top here and do this weird W pattern. So he's kind of like a cat from the beginning of the game. But he'll occasionally move down further, and that's when he can knock you down. But I'm just going to, use the Dragon Sword, which is the strongest weapon I have, to go up there and knock him down, so. And then once you get to this room here, we have to equip the Rusty Sword, and that will spark a cutscene, and we will, that will open up the Dying Tower. The Rusty Sword released its mystic power. There's gonna be like an earthquake, and somewhere, the Tower of Dime will appear. And we went by where the Tower of Dime will appear earlier on. It's going to be by that magic shop, south and east of the magic shop. So it's going to be down a few and then over to the left. Still, Dragon Sword ain't good enough to defeat these armadillos. Gotta use the star. We can leave our Chocobo behind because, yeah, we're going into a dungeon, the Dime Tower. Chocobo won't be able to follow us. And we're not going to be returning back to the overworld here. So, you can just leave your Chocobo there. I guess the nice thing to do would maybe take him over to Ish, so we can hang out over there, but yeah, he'll find his way back. So, just shove these things here, and we're almost there. I think it's down to the south one more, and then over to the west. And you'll see the tower will just rise out of the ground when we get there, like a little cutscene. And then we'll head on in and we'll get a new companion. Here we are. The tower rises up. Like I said, the people apparently knew a way to build on sand. So, although we're going to find out that that's not really the best place to build. Because, yeah, once again, this tower will end up collapsing by the end of the episode. But let's head on in, and we're greeted by our new companion, Mosi. I am Mosi. I search relics. Dr. Bow Wow made me. He left me here. I waited 50 years. He forgot. I can help you. Take me with you. Unfortunately, you can't take him back to Dr. Bow Wow. You'd think you'd be able to take him back and, be like, hey, Dr. Bow Wow, look, I got your robot. Would you like him back? Would you like her back? And, unfortunately, like I said, if you leave, the robot stays here in the tower, so. Now, Mosi is kind of opposite of Badger, where Badger recovers your hit points, Mosi recovers your, magic points. So you can, I guess, abuse the nuke spell in here, and, just pretty much nuke most of the enemies, and then just have Mosi restore your, MP. Moshi's also pretty good, because her lasers, pretty much nothing's like invulnerable to her lasers. So, yeah, she can pretty much damage every enemy during an encounter in here, which is good. So, not too many new enemies after this. The Tree of Mana grows with the energy of nature. Yeah, throughout this tower there's going to be these, we'll go a few offshoots, just to get to these, tablet rooms. And the tablet rooms give you a little bit of info about the plot and the past of this world. So we're definitely going to want to check all them out just to learn more information about the game and the world that Badger and, Draven inhabit here. And then we'll learn about the link between the Rusty Sword and the Excalibur, and we'll also learn a little bit more about Julius. So, remember, all we know about Julius is that the Dark Lord found him as a baby in the cave by the waterfall. We're going to find out that he was purposely placed there. We've got floating gauntlets and floating swords. Oh, she's taking out the lasers there. Another tablet. The evil force of people makes the tree evil. So it's like a little cycle, I guess. The tree, evil people make the tree evil, and then the evil of the tree then makes them more powerful, and so I guess the reverse is the same too. The good people will make the tree better, and then spread more goodness. They were told that from that villager a long time ago that you know, the mana tree is the source of all the water and the life of the world. So I guess it's putting out good water, you know, it's going to, you know, heal the world as opposed to like evil, like poisonous type of water. So that just should give us more encouragement to get there real quick and defeat Julius. We all know that he has evil designs. So, got more duck enemies here, but these ones don't have the helmet. They still swing their swords though. I think they're like, I think they're called like mad mallards. Alliteration there. Open around. Have a little bit of a preview of the enemies we're going to be getting in the next final dungeon. The Neos are annoying. They shoot on. They're like those seahorses. They shoot really, really fast when they decide to start shooting. They shoot reflections of Draven back at him. So don't worry about your magic points, because like I said, Marcy, all you have to do is ask her, and she'll refill them. So, using the nuke spell. And that costs 3 MP. So I'm going to go down here, get another tablet. And head back up to get another tablet. One who touches the mana gets the mighty power. Okay, so we don't, hopefully Julius, even though he's gotten to the mana tree, hasn't been able to touch it yet. Maybe the barrier is still there. Thanks, Marcy, for the MP. And that's just to nuke these guys. Head over to the right here, there's going to be another tablet along the way. Water from the evil mana tree turns people evil. I was just saying about that. It is a vicious circle between energy and mana. If the mana tree's been corrupted by evil people, the water that flows from it, that protects the whole world, that's going to just influence them badly. We want to grab as many items as we can here, because the ultimate equipment defensively in the game is going to be available in the next dungeon, but it's kind of a roll of the dice to whether you get that equipment. But you can alter the dice roll by, if you have a full inventory of items, you just try to open the treasure chest and it'll say like your inventory's full, and then it'll re-roll to see what treasure's in there, and you just keep doing that over and over again until you get to the equipment. Because then finally you can equip the equipment. You have space for the equipment, but not for regular items. So you force the game to give you the equipment. Of course, you can only do that, though, like I said, if you have a full inventory. So even though a lot of the stuff we don't need, like ethos and stuff, because Marcy heals our MP for free, just want to grab it anyway. So when we finally get that equipment, we can get it right away. X-Ether, let's head on into the tower again. There's only 4 floors, so it's not too big of a tower. Then finally fight the Garuda boss that we learned about a long, long time ago. The Garuda was who Davius gave the pendant to. King of Vandole got the mighty power of mana. The only one who can stand against is the Gemonite with the Excalibur. We're the Gemonite, but we don't have the Excalibur. We have the Rusty Sword. Well, like I said, more and more about the two of them, how they relate to one another a little bit. Running low on keys. Luckily, we can always farm keys if we need to. Skeletons back at the beginning of this dungeon, but we don't need to farm keys, at least for this dungeon. The next dungeon we will, though. And we got the dragon armor. So we got dragon shield, dragon armor, and a dragon sword. Now, but there's no dragon helmet, so these are not the ultimate armors. The ultimate armor is the samurai helm, samurai armor, and then the Aegis shield. The Aegis is taken from Greek mythology. It's a device carried by Athena or Zeus, sometimes interpreted as an animal skin or a shield. So in Final Fantasy games, it's always a shield. So usually one of the best shields in the game. It was that way in Final Fantasy 1. Provided protection from petrification. So sometimes it's usually actually it tends to provide some sort of status protection. Usually petrification. So it's usually one of the strongest defensive shields in the game. Sometimes it's not necessarily the best shield though. Reminds me of like the dragon armor on Final Fantasy Legend 1. Gemma Knight with the rusty sword will be tested. The true Gemma Knight should be given the legendary sword Excalibur. Like in Final Fantasy Legend 1, the dragon armor was not as most powerful defensive item, but it gave resistances to fire, lightning, and ice. So sometimes in some games the dragon shield is the best shield because it gives those bonuses. Like I said, usually Aegis in most games, like Final Fantasy 1, just gives protection from stone. But other shields will give elemental protection, so. Let's finish these guys off. And head on up. Basically almost the final level here of the tower. So we got a room here, we can go here to sleep, although it's kind of pointless to do that, because if we use this cure spell to heal ourselves up, and then have Marcy restore our magic points. But I just wanted to show this off, so let's take a little nap here. Draven wants to get his beauty sleep. You know, hey, I got a few episodes ago I showed, like a thumbnail showed, even heroes need their beauty sleep, so. Alright, we want to equip an axe. Even if you have the Zeus axe, you want to equip the weakest axe, because you don't want to inadvertently defeat these guys when you chop down the trees. So you want to stay back as far as you can, so you don't hit them with the axe, and potentially, you know, defeat them. Otherwise, you're going to have to leave the room and restart it. And I want to throw the axe off to the side. I don't want to hit the guy with the axe, because they have to stay alive so that we can freeze them and trigger those two tiles. Finish these guys off. A little nuke spell. And we're going to get another tile over here. Not tile, tablet over here. The Vandal soon shall fall. We leave our last hope in the cave of the waterfalls. Glory to Vandal and to our child of hope. Yeah, so Julius was, I guess, the child of hope for the Vandals. Remember, he was found in the cave. So I guess he's like their, they must have like an evil prophecy, and he's supposed to fulfill that. Doom, the Jesuit, they went to all different worlds and had this little prophecy that like the Quizzic Hatterack would come and, you know, be a deliverer. That if they ever got stuck in a world, they could, you know, use that mythology to their benefit. And that ultimately ended up benefiting Paul Atreides, who became the Quizzic Hatterack. And he led the Fremen to freedom and a bunch of other stuff. So, not necessarily for the good of everything. Big, massive jihad, the Fremen went out and conquered a whole bunch of world. A lot of blood on Paul's hands. Paul actually ended up read more of the books. He couldn't even actually follow the entire path set out for him. Basically, it required him becoming a tyrant. His son Leto did the Golden Path. It was necessary to like save humanity. Tower lost its balance. Must hurry out. I didn't get to talk about the Garud at all there. It's pretty easy. If you have the Flame Whip, you can go to the bottom and just whip up, and the Flame Whip will destroy all his feathers that he shoots at you, and he won't be able to hit you if you stay in the lower left corner, and then follow him into the lower right corner, and just follow him like that, and whip. Oh no, Marcy, I throw you, and jump. Can you? Let's do that. So Marcy's gonna get us here, and she's gonna throw us over this little gap here. land. Now I'm gonna say, hey, Marcy, come on over. It turns out that Marcy can't jump. Come on, Marcy. You have to save the world. You are the only hope. What? What are you talking about? Come on. I am unable to jump. What? I was made to work in here, and I sleep here. And so Marcy goes down with the tower. We've lost another companion. But we have gained access to the mana tree, and hopefully we can find Badger there and end up putting a stop to Julius and his evil plans. That'll be in the next episode. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.